Okay, my perception is it's definitely, it costs a lot of money to be in a private uni. I've asked a few places when I wanted to go into a private uni for foundation, and it costs a fortune. And I think it's more of a how do you say it? It's more of a privileged standpoint. So speaking from a privilege thing, it's not much of a difference, but it should have benefited everybody. And when I say should benefit everybody, everybody could go to a public uni. They shouldn't have been like a divide between who can and who cannot. That's at least from my point of view. Go on.
My perception, expensive. They are expensive. Means easy. Yeah, you have things that are more easier compared to what we do in public universities.
And I feel like it's more fun. I mean, like mine being a public uni last time, it was fun, but my campus was like in the middle of the forest.
They had more freedom than we do.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of buildings, and they're really pretty. Infrastructure-wise, I think else would.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I feel like we're expensive because we have better facilities. Like we have higher quality facilities. I'm not bashing against public schools. I mean, there's facilities too, but like I mean, ours is more expensive because like resource fees and all that. We have like maybe bigger libraries and all that, and like I feel like lecturers wise in terms of private school is that the quality is higher than public schools and all that. And yeah, that's pretty much I'm honestly, but in terms of perspective, I don't really have that much perspective towards public school universities. I feel like it's all the same in the end. Like we graduate with degrees and all that. So
exactly. But you raised a really good point actually. Having good quality teachers. I can neither confirm it's a good thing nor a bad thing, but from my experience, I went to a public uni, then to a private uni. The jarring difference is that the lecturers, they are a bit, I mean, it depends on the school, it depends on the teachers. If the teachers are okay, they have, if the lecturers are okay, they are into their craft, they love teaching the subject, well, the outcome will be different. But from my experience, my public uni lecturers, they were very nice. They were very good at teaching. But when I went to a private uni, it's an entirely different story.
Right.
For me, like as what just now both of you mentioned, the word expensive, going to a private uni is expensive and it costs a fortune. Maybe it depends, but for me, I feel that it's how the way you think. Yes, of course it does cost some money, of course more than public, but for me, I actually did my best to actually find scholarship and get scholarship for my private Sunway uni. So actually for me, I actually did get like a Sunway special scholarship prior I entered to college, and through that I actually also managed to get scholarship for my degree, to fund my degree. So I mean, yes, it does cost some part of money to it, but I think you also find ways to actually maybe loan yourself, or maybe if you really want to go get into private uni, you know, find a way to loan yourself, or maybe get a scholarship, you know, find ways to actually look for it, you know, STAR scholarship or anywhere there's scholarship, just go get it and go for interview. Yeah,
that's a brilliant point.
Really?
Why? Why? Okay.
What part of it is hard?
Okay. We're talking about pre-U, right? Okay. I was a foundation student. I'm seeing dots right now. I'm sorry. Okay. I was from a public uni foundation program, and it's a my credit hours were double than the rest of the diploma students. Like 24 to 26 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did it within a year. Like, it wasn't a year, it's like 4 months definitely. So, in that sense, it was hard. And it's a lot of presentations, it's a lot of, how do you say, it's a lot of assignments, it's a lot of course, studying. And of course, when you're in uni, you do want to like hang out with people. And it's a lot of these anxiety of meeting the next deadline. So that was my challenge. I overcame it, went to degree, and it's all good from then on.
It was harder for me because during my diploma, since we operate in a public institution, the facilities were really bad compared to private institutions. Yeah. So having bad facilities, you have to, theoretically relate to that, even though you don't get the results, you have to imagine, you have to use imagination. Compared to what you have in private universities, you can actually see the outcome of your work, but we don't do that. Another thing is the attendance. What are your minimum attendance percentage in private universities?
For mine, I took A levels, so it's like 80%.
80%,
Yeah.
something similar like yours.
Yeah.
The same lah. Another thing I wanted to mention was the examination. For yours it was what, 50-50? For us it was 40-60. 60% was for the examination. So if we end up screwing up in the finals, then
Yeah, there's a lot of calculation trying to be like, oh, can I hit at least like a certain. But like, how about yours?
Mine is 100% exam days. So if I fail,
okay.
I fail. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, okay, I get where you're coming from, like, the lower quality facilities and all that, but I feel like getting into uni itself, for you guys, I feel like it's a lot easier because it's public. So is it not?
I had to go through an interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think private also very easy. You just got money.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
that's
enough
true.
already. Yeah.
But like, they still screen through like because it's private, so they have the power to kick you out whenever they want. Because
They
like,
don't have to.
They don't have to, but like if you like, I feel like for privates, like since they're not under anyone's control, it's their own. So if you do something they don't like, they can if they want to. And like I don't know, at least for me, when I took A levels, like they were really strict about it. If you miss one class, they would call you and ask you to go to a meeting with lecturers and all that, and be like, why did you miss the class and all that. And you have to like provide a lot of proof and all that to make sure that your absence is justified and all that. So like, I feel like in terms of going through the courses itself, all the challenges like meeting deadlines, assignments, all that is still there for everyone else. But like, yeah, that's true.
I think for you it's because you are studying A levels.
Yeah.
And then because classes are important, it's because your exams are based on the teachings and practice. But for me, I think lecturers are more lenient, but of course you don't over the limit and skip more of the classes. Lecturers will actually ask where are you, but then for me I think I'm more lenient because sometimes actually I can ask friend, hey, well, what's the lecturer teaching about? So I think mine is fine. Yeah. But I didn't miss classes many times, so I just maybe sometimes really miss, but I just give letter or probably just tell the lecturers that I have something.
Agree.
No.
Really?
No.
I dare say college life is the best life. Like, it's the best part of my life so far.
I agree.
Right.
Yes, for me too.
Maybe it's a private uni thing.
I'm not sure, man. I think it's because of you yourself, how you mix around, or how you actually mix around. How do you? Yeah.
I'm going to agree. Even if I end up on the other side, I'll still agree.
Right.
I do not identify with my uni.
Really?
Yeah, I do not.
Huh. Because I feel like because for my uni in particular, like we have a lot of diverse students and all that. So I got exposed to a lot of people from different backgrounds, and I got to learn a lot of things. And honestly, I would say like the person I am right now is shaped by all my friends that I met through college. But I would say uni too. But like because my uni is during COVID, so it's like mostly at home, so I didn't really get to meet my friends. But college though, they really shaped me into who I am right now.
I see.
So yeah.
For me personally, is the reason why I disagree with that statement is because yes, the diversity is a factor. I am from Semenanjung, Malaysia, the peninsula of Malaysia, so I got to meet and make friends from Sabah and Sarawak, and it's sad to think that that is how I am exposed to another side of Malaysia. Okay, and another reason why is because of the predominantly one or a few selected races existing in my uni. There was competition, yes. I wouldn't say there wasn't any kind of competition. There was competition, but it felt like I wish there was more to it. You know, like I wanted to be friends with people. Like the people I roll after I left my foundation, my asasi, was the sort of people that I was with back in high school. You know, that was my identity. After that was my identity. That in between was just a buffer. Yeah, it was like a long ellipses, like several ellipses.
It's just 3 dots.
Yeah, like several 3 dots. Like what?
Oh, I wanted to bring up the point between high school friend and college friends, because I feel like I don't really fit in with my high school friends, because the interests and all that is really different, because I'm from a kebangsaan school. So like my interests and all that is like totally different from my friends in high school. So like the moment I transitioned into got into college, I don't I just don't really talk to my high school friends anymore. And in college I found a lot of people with similar interests and all that, and that's how my identity grew from there. They expanded my horizons to a lot more things compared to I'm not bashing my high school friends whatsoever, but like college friends just expanded more in like my horizons more. So I was like, yeah, and then like it just all started shaping up from there to who I am right now. So, yeah.
Speaking about friends, I think mainly is sometimes depends on what type of friends we mix with, because as what I said, sometimes friends do affect us, or maybe do make us of who we are. So I think it's the type of friends that you choose to mix with. And also because college and uni, sometimes we want to fit in, or we want to actually try to actually follow our friends, but sometimes you got to follow yourself also lah. Not just blindly just follow friends, and friends do what and you just do what. So I feel that having the ability to actually step out and be yourself and actually know that these friends that is not good for you, just say no, and that's it, and just mix with other friends. There's many more people, and don't just stick to yourself in one circle, because there's more better friends out there and there's more people out there. So just mix around, and to find your own tribe, you also need to be yourself to attract your own tribe. Yeah.
Nice point. Definitely not.
No, it's not.
I feel like
Is it fair?
yeah, I feel like it's pretty fair.
I think.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty fair.
Okay.
Define fair.
Yeah, define it. Yes.
Define fair.
I don't think mine is fair, because there's a certain qualification.
Criteria.
Yeah, there's a certain criteria in which for you to get into a public university. And the people who were around me, they don't communicate, they do not have the skills that I have, and they did not have the results that I had, and results that people who are better than me, they're just not the same. And they got the opportunity when people who actually worked hard did not get the opportunity.
I think that's what public university based.
Right.
Once again, I came from a predominantly 1 to 2 I mean like one race and then lain university. So that says a lot already. You know, I don't have to elaborate further. It says a lot.
Yeah. I feel like ours is pretty fair. As long as you meet the grade criteria,
Exactly.
you can just get it.
Yeah,
Like-
meet the grade criteria, and then also probably your co-curriculum, or maybe
Yeah.
to actually extra bonus, or maybe to actually, you know, if you go into like interviews, or maybe they see you that you have maybe good grades or good extra curriculum, I think they will definitely reward you for that.
I think almost anyone can get into a private university as long as the credit scores
Yeah, meet
meet
the requirement, right?
meet the requirement.
Yeah.
For those with higher grades, they could go for scholarships, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like for my A levels, I just need 5 credit scores, and I can actually get it. And you can, I think for mine you can use your trial because I took SPM. You can use your trial
Yes,
SPM.
me too.
Exactly.
I use my
exactly.
trials, yeah.
Yeah, same. I use my trial. That's 5 credits in trials, and you can get it. So yeah, that's how I got it now. So I think it's pretty fair. Like they don't, like you know, they don't care who you are as long as you meet the grades criteria.
Oh,
So yeah.
Whereas ours, they just give it out like spreadsheets.
yeah, there are columns that you need to
Every
meet. Like, okay, don't you're not checking like half of this box. Sorry, mate. So yeah.
I feel like okay, obviously the obvious one, people who are in private unis are rich, right? Like they're loaded, and I feel like this is a bad thing, but I feel like people think that private uni students are snobs, and like pretentious and all that, right?
I think people will think private institution students are privileged. That's what most people normally think. Yeah.
Would you like to go
True.
first?
I think usually people will think, you know, private uni the students are mainly just go there to play. But actually, I disagree with that. There is some students who is like that, but you just don't mix it, or maybe you just don't be like them. Yeah. So I think there's definitely some students are like that, and some are serious. There are many that are serious about their studies. They're serious about getting a degree. They're serious about their friends. They're serious about their life. Yeah, I think you got to find that friends. Yeah, so I think for public uni, it's also the same. There's also some friends that are like that. Some people that, you know, they just come to play, or probably their parents force them to go uni, or maybe they just don't want to study, or they're just not serious about it. So yeah, I feel that there's both sides lah. So you choose, you know, your choice to choose to which friends you want to be.
I echo they don't really want to study that sentiment. I echo that sentiment because I mean, then again, when I was in a public uni, some of them didn't want to study. So I can't really say it's all up to the person, but that could be a link between like how easier it is to get into a private uni. Hence, there could be more people who are disinterested in actually studying. I do feel right now. I do feel right now. You guys are very well spoken. I'm very happy to be
Liar.
around you guys.
Liar.
No, I'm not. You can cut this off, but you can ask Ash. I'm very honest when I say these things. Yeah.
Okay.
I think all this is actually learnable and trainable skills. Yeah, I think for me, I think there's also public university students that is very more well spoken, or maybe they are more higher achievements, or maybe more better than us. I think there's no of saying like, oh, private uni students are better, or public are better. I think it just depends on how you are. I think there's definitely other students that are better, but then I think you compare yourself only, compare within yourself, within your past. Yeah. So I think
So it's based on the individual.
Yeah,
not
based on
the-
exactly.
exactly.
Yes, based on your individual. Yeah, based on the individual.
But I like the point that you raised earlier. It's a learnable, trainable.
Yeah, it's a
Exactly,
learnable,
exactly.
trainable skill. So speaking in front of camera, or speaking in front of audience or public, or even on a stage, it's actually learnable and trainable. You can practice it. You can actually learn it. Yeah.
That's really my favorite. But like in terms, like in generally for like public uni students, I don't feel intimidated, but I don't like see them as some like under as well. I see them more as equals.
Yeah, I see them
Yeah.
as equal to same.
Yeah,
same.
exactly. Because I feel like in both private and publics, like there are gonna be well-spoken people and not well-spoken people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like we just gotta meet the right person. So because right now I think you guys are well-spoken too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of intimidated by you guys. So yeah, I think it's just about the people you meet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We could like phrase it into like it's a more individual thing.
Mm.
So it's a more individual thing, everybody.
Exactly.
I feel grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel grateful. I mean, of course, if without them, we gonna borrow maybe from other banks or maybe from other people. Or another alternative way is PTPTN loan, where you pay back after when you start working. It's a good choice also. Yeah.
Mine was cheap, like really cheap. It was cheap education. So yeah, I sometimes I paid it on my own working part time, but most of the time my parents paid it. So yeah, I'm grateful for it lah.
Yeah.
Pre-U wise, I didn't have to pay a penny. I only have to pay for my living situation, my residence. That's it. And then other expenses such as like food, books, maybe printing, those sort of things. Tuition wise, I didn't have to pay anything. It was only until like degree. Yeah, it was more PTPTN. So
for me, I mean, obviously I feel grateful, but like my parents really prioritize education, so like, yeah, like books and all that, they'll take care of it. But obviously I'm so grateful for it. Like I don't have to, work and pay for my own stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think the hardest part being a private, if you don't have someone to actually fund for you. Maybe example, if you don't have a parents, but you want to study in a private U, so maybe you could find ways, maybe work part time while you're studying, or maybe get some loans or funds, or maybe borrow some other people, or maybe from your aunts, or maybe get scholarship. Yeah, I think that's the hard part. But then another hard part might faced by a lot of private students. They might compare a lot, as in because some people might feel, why are you richer, or probably they want to live up to that, and if they are not that standard or what, they really feel left out and stuff. So I think but then I still think it's your mindset lah. It's your mindset on whether do you want to mix this kind of people, or maybe it's all about within yourself and how you feel, and work on your internal lah. Work on your internal. Yeah.
I kind of agree. I know, actually, I agree wholly with that, because like again, private uni, like it's all about it's not all about, but mostly about money and all that. And like, I feel like private uni is more competitive than public unis. Like you have to compete within not just within like your own school, you have to compete with other schools and all that. Like so like you have to work really hard and all that. And like again, like if you don't do well, they can do things to you.
It's because we have a lot to lose.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. We pay so much and we don't do well. Come on. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I feel like the pressure is higher in private unis, but I don't really know about public unis as well. So
Public uni, you don't have much to lose because you're paying less.
yeah.
But then you'll struggle in terms of communication amongst your uni mates and also the lecturer.
Why? It's because you guys don't speak English? Or
Because it's not only the language, it's because of how they don't click well. It's not, they don't run with the same frequency.
the mindset.
Yeah.
understand. True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
Because because all of us come from different background and culture and different place, maybe we are born and we are constrained to certain types of ideas and certain types of thinking that we might our parents brought up. So maybe some grow up faster, some grow up slower, and some mature faster, some slower. So there's different in frequency. Yeah.
True.
Well, what was the question?
What's the hardest part?
Oh, the hardest part. Well, it must have been the assignments, the studying aspect. The studying aspect was, studying for school to me was a bit different. You just like cram stuff, and studying for this is that you have to cram stuff as one, but you also have to gain knowledge. Like school, let's be real, we just don't care. We just want to pass everything, like, freedom, but then alas, we didn't know that freedom was just like for a few months and then it's uni, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Apart from that, I think I've left uni for like almost 10. I left my foundation for almost 10 years now. Yeah, I'm that old. Back then, I must sound like a very hypocritical person right now, but back then, yes, I was in the moment, I enjoyed it, but when I left it, that was like a bitter taste in my mouth. Like, I wish I did more things, not just like studying and stuff, And that was this rebel phase when I was 18 in my second semester. It was just like, I just didn't want to like learn, why half of these people are like, who are doing work with me, they were like maybe free writing it, then I'm like, why am I putting so much work in this, sort of thing. So like I said, in the moment, yes, I enjoyed it so much, but then after I leave it, it was an entire different story. That's the downside of it, at least for me.
One advice that I would give to someone who's about to go into pre-U is that just know like what path you're gonna take, and don't be too fixated on one thing. Like don't be too fixated on studying and just forget about social life and all that, because obviously if you take pre-U, if you take A-levels like I did, it obviously is going to be stressful because you have to cram a lot, you have exams every semester and all that, and it's really hard and all that, but you can't forget, because if you just focus on studying, having academics alone to me isn't enough. You have to have soft skills, extracurricular things and all that. So even if you get full A's, if you can't speak, if you can't do things, who's gonna hire you? Right? Even if they hire you, they'll regret it and be like, he can't do anything. He can't speak, he can type, he can do this, he can do that. So yeah, I feel just don't focus too much on one thing. Go out, get a job, meet some new people, join clubs and all that. You'll expand your connections and overall benefit your future. Yeah.
For me, actually, my advice to all the students or all of you who are maybe choosing your pre-university, I feel that you don't need to rush. Maybe you don't need to follow friends. You don't need to rush. Maybe friends start at maybe March, or maybe when you don't need to follow them. There is their own path. You are exactly where you need to be right now. So don't need to follow them. If you feel that you need a break for yourself to breathe, or maybe to stop studying a while to actually explore the world, go ahead. There's no you are slower, you're faster. Faster doesn't mean it's good. Slower also doesn't mean it's bad. So I think there's definitely no direct correct answer. There's you start uni fast means college fast means you are better. There's no such thing as that. So I feel take your time to actually research and know whatever you want to study. Don't because of people say that this course is good, you just go ahead with this course without realizing anything that you want, or maybe parents force you to do so. Just really research and ask around. Talk to more people. Go and ask your counselor. Go and do some career test, personality to know who you are, or maybe find a job as what he said just now. Find a job. Actually, for me, I actually found a job to actually really know that what pre-U that I want, or maybe talk to my parents, asking for actually guidance on how do I actually, and then probably can ask your seniors on which type of courses more suitable for me, as maybe I'm a person that cannot really study, so I know that A-levels cannot be for me. If I cannot study and I still want to take A-levels, then you should know that you need to bear the cost, you need to bear the money, your energy, your time, and also what if you fail? You need to retake again. So I think there's no right or wrong, in taking, but then make sure you take your time to actually choose properly on which type of course. There's no bad course or good course. Most important, which is most fit you and suitable for you. Yeah. So, and also expand your social life. Don't only constrain yourself to study. Life is not just about study. After you just graduate, you just got a degree, and whatever you study, you also might forget. So go outside to actually, maybe if you want to actually do of more thing, do outside of activities stuff. Actually, go ahead. Don't just limit yourself to one circle or maybe one social life. Go and mix more friends and do more things. Actually, uni or college time is the best time to actually do whatever you like. Your interest. Do whatever you're passionate or interest. Maybe you're interested in maybe this gaming course, or maybe this modeling, or maybe this selling things, or maybe trying online stuff. Go ahead and learn. And soft skills are important, and all these actually can help you in the future. Yeah.
My advice is literally two things. First, don't try to be like, I'm good at a certain thing and I want to do just that. Because, for example, if something that you're good at is a hobby, when you're working is going to be a top, you'll end up not liking doing the things that you love. So consider other things that you want to do. Apart from that, consider your financial situation, where you can get your loans, your finances. Is your father, mother going to invest in your education? And try to convince them, if they do have the money, try to convince them that education is, at the end of the day, it's an investment. So when you are at uni, do your best, don't slack off. Try not to slack off. I mean, sure, you can have fun, but slacking off in the event of you need to do your assignment, you need to excel in your exams. Bear in mind that these are very important. It will take you somewhere one day. When you get your job, some places they will look at most places will look at your transcript. Other places will want to see what you're good at, how you're able to transfer your skills. So bear in mind that you don't have to be 100% good at everything. You can be a jack of all trades, master of none. But at the same time, try to study and learn more, even if you're not if you're not studying photography, and you're doing your foundation in science, take it up. Who knows, maybe you want to do something else afterwards.
My opinion, my advice to the people out there. In the name of fitting in, do not rush into choosing what you want to do in pre-university. Choose something general. Something general whereby you can expand to something else. In the midst of doing this general pre-university course, learn more than one thing. Learn photography, learn how to do technical stuff, and then find out what you're good at. After that, you choose what you want to do. So that's my advice. Do not rush into things.
Yeah, true. Plan well. Plan well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't rush, plan well. Consider finances.
Yeah, I have to consider finances.
Exactly.